Good evening, friends. It's Miss Patty, the Samuels Public Library, here for Goodnight, Sweetheart. Story time. So, Olaf is here. He's just so happy about our snow, and I hope that you have been able to be outdoors and play in the snow. It's very exciting. So, today I have this evening a special story for you. So get cozy with your special friend or blanket and let me share this little story with you. So this one is called Stories of the Seasons. It's a big book and has all the seasons, right? Winter, spring, summer, and fall. And I thought I would just read you the winter one since that is where we're at. Winter and snow. And this story is called Little Snowflake. There's Little Snowflake. Did your snowman look like that? I was born inside a cloud one frosty winter day as the wind blew over mountaintops high and far away. Tiny drops of water froze, all sparkly as can be. They turned into strands of ice, and the ice turned into me. So it goes from water to icy to a snowflake. That's cool. Suddenly the wind whipped up and hurled me to and fro. I couldn't tell my up from down or which way I should go. Was it windy at your house? Sorry, little snowflake, Wind said with a sigh. I'm needed somewhere else tonight. It's time to say goodbye. And with that, Wind was off, waving back at me. I fluttered gently downward and landed on a tree. The sun was coming up and the sky was all aglow. From high up in our tree, we gazed at the world below. A squirrel scampered up the trunk to see the snowy view. His paws made all the branches shake, and down to earth we flew. There goes Snowflake with all kinds of other snowflake friends. Now the sun was shining bright, the start of a new day. Very soon, the children all came running out to play. Someone scooped us up and squeezed us tight and round. We hurtled through the air, then splat, we hit the ground. Did you make a snowball? Did you throw your snowball? Then they started rolling us to make a big round ball. They lifted us up high to make a snowman standing tall. That is always very fun. From high up on the snowman's head, I watched the children play. They laughed and ran and danced and skated all that snowy day. Look, they're making snow angels. I bet you made snow angels too. This way. The afternoon grew warmer. The sun was shining bright. The snowman slipped and melted. He was quite a funny sight. Oh my. Soon we were a puddle, sparkling in the sun. We turned to mist and floated up. Our time down here was done. They turned back to water. I drifted back up to the clouds, who gave me a happy smile. So nice to have you back again. You've been gone a while. High above the world we flew. The wind began to blow. The cold air turned my mist to ice, and ice turned into snow. You knew. Isn't that a pretty snowflake? And it's amazing that every snowflake is unique. No two alike. They all are special in their design. The end. So that's the water cycle and the snowflake cycle. Round and round. Stories of the season. Yep, you can check that out. I think you'll like all the other seasons too. So I just want to remind you that the winter reading, Tales from the North, is still going on. And when you come in and tell us about the books you're reading, we have prizes for you. And there's some fun ones. Okay, my second story is called How to Read to a Grandma or Grandpa by Jean Reagan. I like it when my granddaughters read to me. Reading is a blast, but if you want to make it extra fun, read to a grandma or a grandpa. First, help them pick a book. Where to find a good book? On the bookshelf, in your bed, under your bed, in the car. Those are all places that there might be a book. Then ask, what are your favorite things to read about? Dinosaurs? Adventures in space? Sparkly castles? Spooky monsters? Rah! Grandmas and grandpas? What's your favorite thing to read about? Do you find a great book? If not, take your grandma to choose a new one. Other places to look for books. A bookstore. Ooh, I like bookstores. The library. Your classroom. Sometimes your classroom has a nice little library too. Back at home, get some pillows and blankets so you can snuggle up to read. Ooh, I think Grandpa's got a good idea. For grandparents who live far away, show them how to snuggle up long distance. You can do that. That's pretty special. Now you're ready to start. Oops, not yet. Where are those reading glasses? Okay, now you're ready. First, practice how to read in different voices. Try a big voice. Crash, bang, kaboom. For an action book. Or a silly voice. For a funny book. How about a brave voice? I can do it. For an inspiring story. Or a whispery voice for a bedtime book. which this is supposed to be a bedtime book. Sweet dreams. Next, show them different ways to turn the page. How to turn the page. A super funny page, turn back to it again and again until your grandma is all worn out from laughing. Some stories are like that. Do you know a book that makes you laugh? Elephant and Piggy makes me laugh. A scary page. Offer to peek ahead to make sure things don't get too spooky. A fragile page from Grandpa's old book. Turn it slowly and softly. Sometimes we have favorite books that we have to be really careful with because they're a little worn, right? When you finish the book, decide together how much you liked it. Ah, he really likes his space book. She really likes her unicorn book. Then ask your grandma, what was your favorite part? See if she can guess yours. After reading a stack of books, your grandpa or grandma may get antsy. That means time to get up and play. How to play together. Act out the book. Stretch and stomp like a ninja dinosaur. That's kind of a fun idea, to act out your story. Try a science experiment from your book or a recipe. A mountain lava cake, yum. Build something tall so you can crash, bang, kaboom. That's always fun, to knock it down and build it up again. If you ever want to make their story time extra special, read to your grandma or grandpa in a brand new place. Maybe read about bugs in the garden. Or truck books near a construction site where they're building. Ballet books while you wait for a performance to begin. Or snowy day books on a sled. Or an owl book by the light of the full moon. That's pretty fun to read outdoors at night. Might not be able to do that this week, but when spring comes, that's a good idea, isn't it? But no matter where you read or what you read, when you get to the end, your grandma or grandpa will probably ask, "Can you read to me again, please?" Of course you'll say, "Yes." Because some stories you just have to read twice. The end. Well, I hope you have a wonderful sleep and a wonderful day tomorrow. And hopefully you still have snow to play with. So thank you for joining me, and good night.